I want to have a PSA, a public service announcement to all home buyers. Yes, folks, it is the spring selling season. Yes, interest rates are going up. Yes, inventory is still a problem. Folks, be careful. I am starting to see what I consider very unhealthy behavior. We have been in a broken housing market for at least 2 years, if not three. We are getting frustrated. We are getting tired. We are getting frustrated. And that can lead to some horrible financial choices. Dion, what's going on, man?
Howdy. I like this because we encourage people to get on the property ladder. We know that life can be fundamentally changed after a decade of investing. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It's going to have its challenges. And right now, those first-time home buyers, especially,
Oh,
when you, especially if you're watching channels like this and you, okay, so they reached financial freedom. Two of them have house hacked a couple of times, might have been like ninth time or something before he got his forever place. I want to get on the property ladder. And if I don't do it now, I'm not taking action. So I'm not being successful. So we start looking at, well, how can I make it affordable? A lower rate with an ARM, that sounds great. Or maybe I can go do one of these creative seller financing things and put a massive balloon 5 years down the road when I don't know what my personal situation is going to be like, but it gets me in the house today. And so we can take bigger risks to get on the property ladder because we want to do it now. We want to do it faster. And that is massively dangerous to that first-time investor.
yeah. Matt, what are some things you're seeing out there? Obviously, you're still in the market. I think last week you said you may have locked up a property, but what are you seeing out there as far as home buyers go? Are you seeing some unhealthy behavior?
Stupid, just downright
Oh,
stupid. It's just dumb. I'm seeing people chase, and there's nothing
yes.
expensive than chasing. You're chasing, and it's just, again, at the end of the day, it's the way you lose. That's the way you lose is chasing pitches. I mean, it's like the greatest hitters are disciplined. They're just
Yeah.
disciplined. They recognize here's where I hit the ball the best, and if I don't get a pitch that's in and around there, I'm not swinging. And those are the ones that constantly get hits. And when you're looking at investors and you're like, damn it, that's another guy that's just super successful. Why is that guy super successful? Why is that person super successful time and time and time again? It's because they're looking for their pitch and they're looking for it to be in a specific area and look a certain way. I don't know, maybe it's a buy box. And they're looking for it to look a certain way, act a certain way. And this is the only stuff I'm swinging at. And outside of that, I'm not. I'm just not swinging it. And so I think that that's the biggest mistake that buyers are looking at now. And I think
Yeah.
that, the best thing that they could do is house hack because that removes so much of the risk. You've
Yeah.
got somebody else paying it. It doesn't have to be a quadplex. It could be a dupe,
Yeah.
but anything like that. And you talk to anybody that did that, ask them where their life was 5 years later. And I will tell you that less than 5% of them would regret that situation. I would
Oh,
say 95% would be, it was awesome. There's 5% out there that would just absolutely just say, oh, landlord, it was the worst. And it was really
mm,
them who were the problem.
yeah. Yeah. Again, I've been studying the consumer for 30 years. Consumers, whether we like it or not, in mass are predictable. I can never predict what you will do, but I can predict what the masses are doing because we're all human behaviors predictable. I don't know how else to say it. And right now, we are coming up on that time after 2 or 3 years of a broken housing market and interest rates rising, right? Because we've been here before, where I am hearing more and more buyers, to use your word, Matt, chase,
Mm-hmm.
do stupid things.
Mm-hmm.
I talk with Beth and Adrian and Omar and Jason and so many other folks every week, and they're all telling me stories about waiving conditions, 10, 20, 30% over asking. And man, it's don't do that. That's not okay. Dion?
So, and my last members only, a friend of mine, Kent, brought in a deal to look at. And Matt, we're doing one soon on your most recent deal. So if there's an evening this week that you would like to do it, let me know. We'll do it that evening. So
Yeah, very well.
and so we were looking at a duplex in my market. So I actually knew the market. Normally we look at a deal anywhere, but this was in my market, a duplex. I could tell Kent was super excited. Like this was, the numbers look
The
like they
one.
work. So we
The
ran through it.
one. Yeah.
It's the one, right? It's in the right area. It's Main Street, but off of Main Street, so you don't have high traffic. It's side by side, garages in the middle. It checks off all these boxes. But we ran the numbers, and it wasn't a really good deal at their list price. And I could tell, and Kent watches the videos, so I hope he's not offended by this, but he was kind of thinking, well, what if we got more for rents, or what if we lowered this expense?
Oh, we
And the
beat up the
solution
numbers.
wasn't
Oh.
the numbers. The solution was, let's put this on a sheet. We watch how many days on market it sits, because it was a recent listing. And once it's been on a while, either it goes because somebody else was redeploying 1031 funds or deploying cash and didn't care about cash on cash return. So they bought a deal that would have been a bad one for Kent, but a good one for them.
Mhm.
And if it sits long enough in my area, according to Beth, because she shares her information, which is awesome, average days on market is between 6 and 9 days on market. So if this hits 20 days on market, we started looking at, okay, what price makes sense to make this offer?
Exactly.
And it's that first time buyer that's going, yeah, but this is the first one that kind of looks good and I just got to get it. And then so the chase mentality comes in, and I could watch him deflate because we're on Zoom during the members, and I could just watch him go, oh, okay, no, I got to wait. I'll make a low offer later. I'll keep hunting, which is the right answer. Keep hunting, deals out there, watch days on market, make an offer that makes sense at the numbers that do work, and don't massage the numbers in your mind because you can't massage them in reality.
Yeah, this is why investors win and home buyers lose, because investors, that's exactly what you coached them on, is exactly the right thing to do. And I got news for Kent. The higher rates go, the better your chances of that heading 10, 15, 20 days on market. So you should be encouraged. A, you found it. Good on you. B, track it. Wait for that magic number. You know, maybe it's 15. If the average is 10, then write it at 50. And again, I would write it 5 or 10 grand below your number, right? If the math says I have to pay, I don't know, 267, I'd write it at 261. I always want to come up. In my world, I always want to come up once on a deal like that. But Kent and any other investor in that standpoint, your time is coming. Yeah, if somebody wants to do stupid things, let them lose money. You're doing the right thing. Keep going. Know your numbers. Don't massage spreadsheets. That's how you lose. Oh, it's got a slightly bigger, garage. It's got washer and dryer hookups in the garage, whatever. Oh, I'll get an extra. No, you're not. You're not going to get any extra rent. Stop it. Yeah, it's I love how you coached them. That's why investors win, because we're numbers oriented. We don't have emotion. We don't go into it going, hey, this is the fourth house we lost. I'm going to buy this one no matter what. You guys remember 3 years ago, I wrote 100 offers in a row and got freaking 2 counters. I didn't care because I knew my numbers. I knew what would work, and just the next one up. Matt, yeah, go
any
ahead.
of those 100, would you, based on what you know now, would you buy any of those 100?
No, they didn't cash flow. They didn't. I mean,
Then,
yes,
right.
they appreciated. They made money. Right? I was buying in 2021. I don't bet on appreciation.
Right.
I don't gamble. If it didn't cash flow day one, I think at 8%, what I was looking for, I didn't want it. I didn't care what happened.
Agreed.
Yeah. Dion, you got some numbers from Beth. What was like one of her last, did you say her last offer was 6 figures over or some crazy like that?
160,000.
Yes.
On what price? I didn't see the video yet.
Oh, I'm sure in Beth's market, it's
got to be $1 million.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not happening in the 400,000 to 600,000 market area that I like to play in. I mean, they're going over asking, they're going waiving contingencies. They're going quickly. And then should I share the legal insider trading here? My local market is by a Navy base where they're putting in a new ship. And so they're literally kicking anybody in the military that doesn't have kids out of base housing, even couples, and saying, nope, you're going off base. And civilian contractors on base are being pushed out. So rents, this is terrible. It sucks to own real estate because rents are going to go up 40% in this area in the next year because of something that that's happening in your local market. That's why it pays to pay attention.
Yeah, it pays to pay attention. So at the end of the day, folks, if you are a home buyer and you're frustrated and you're scared, I get it. I understand. It sucks. The housing market is broken. Just because when you rush, when you do something stupid, in my opinion, most of you are going to have buyer's remorse. You could have buyer's remorse the day you move in. You could have buyer's remorse a year from now. It's not worth it. There's if you're doing the work and renting, no problem renting. Right? I mean, some people are in such a rush not to rent to own, and you guys all got on the property ladder. It's like, no, it's okay. You got to get a good deal. And a lot of people hear me talking to investors like, no, homeowners, same deal. I want you to win. I want you to get a good deal. And in today's market with rising rates, I have great news. The housing market will slow down. Use it to your advantage. Matt, right? Higher rates, slower market?
Um, higher rates, different market.
Tell us more. What do you think?
There's still going to be people making stupid decisions. There just are. Like you can't legislate out stupid, you know. And I
Yeah,
know I'm
you
trying.
can fix stupid.
Can't fix it. You know, there is a never ending line in the stupid soup. You know, it's amazing to me. I had a broker reach out to me and she's like, I got one for you. I was like, oh, you do? She's like,
Oh, go.
I was like, all right, I'm listening. And she takes me through it, and I was like, and then she's like, and you need to make these assumptions. And so I read into her assumptions. And I said, I wrote her back an email and I said, all right, I reviewed the deal. And I said, on the condition of you not sharing this, I will share it with you. She's like, I won't share it. I said, okay. I wrote her back and I said, here's all the conditions. And they're completely silly. I said, here's what you're looking at. You're looking at somebody having to go in there, do $200,000 worth of work on those two buildings. On top of the $200,000 worth of work, you're expecting that new landlord to have gotten people out, put new people in, and gotten them to Market Plus.
Oh.
And at Market Plus, this has a whopping return of 4.9%. And I said, and that 4.9% is based on some weird algorithm that you came up with because it's not based on actual what your money's going to be in the deal. And I said, so at the end of the day, I will beat this guy over a 5-year period, sticking my money in a 5.25% yielding savings account. I will beat this.
Yeah.
And so here was the crazy thing. Under agreement in 10 days.
Yeah, you can't fix stupid. And again, so to Dion's kind of comment, sometimes people are getting out of 1031s and they make those decisions. Right? So you don't count somebody else's money, but just know your numbers. Know what's a good deal for you. And I say no to lots of deals.
Even if you're doing a 1031, you go buy something where you spend $1 more than what you sold, and then you do a cash out refi, and then you live another day.
Like, yeah, exactly.
These are techniques that elite investors use. I've done it a number of times.
Me too.
I've bought it for $1 over what I sold, and then I got all of my 1031 in there, and then I did a cash out refi same day, and then I got a free loan that didn't cost me any tax money.
There you go.
Yeah. We're also dealing with those investors that reach out to their agent and they think their agent's a mentor. I just had somebody reach out twice in the last week, and I talked about it during the live, saying, my agent says I should get this property because it has a great cap rate.
Oh, dear God.
Now, this is a residential property, 4 units or less. This is not a commercial property. And so in an email, and then during the live, they said, can you please explain to me why cap rate isn't important to me? And now the property that you're looking at, Matt, they could probably take cap rate and go, this is why it's a great deal. Because it's not looking at the expense of make ready. It's not looking at your property taxes, your insurance. It's not looking at, does it have an HOA? It's not looking at anything like, is it in a flood zone? Does it need a different type of insurance? But you can just look at that one metric and go, this is an amazing deal. And they buy it.
Yeah.
Folks, do your work. Trust yourself. The number, it's on you. You're the one signing the loan document. It's in, you're going to have that at tax time. You're going to suffer the losses or the wins. Yeah, realtors, they're not your mentors. They're just not. Stop it. Do the work. Get a buy box. Daily discipline, focus. Last thing I'll say here, just because it hit me, is, folks, you can't cut the line. Just stop it. Do the work. Dion, where can people find you?
Right here on YouTube, Dion Talk Financial Freedom. Trying not to irritate all of my married friends.
Yeah, today it's got to be a good day. Matt, where can they find you?
You can find me on Lumberjack Landlord, not only on YouTube, but also on Instagram. And then thanks to the amazing couple, Frank Contreras and Cynthia as well, for this awesome shirt. What would the Lumberjack do?
What would the Lumberjack Landlord do? Look at that.
Yep.
That is pretty awesome.
It's not bad, right?
The wild shirt, man.
Yeah, it's
dude.
Yeah. And I don't know if the sleeves are shrinking or what, but yeah, I'm getting buff, I guess. I mean, it's all these bodies.
Happen eventually.
It's not tapping on keyboards anymore. It's actually going and lifting 80 sheets of 3/4.
There you go. Exactly.
So yeah.
Exactly.
So thank you, Frank and Cynthia. It's a great shirt.
That's an amazing shirt. Nice job.
Right? Not bad.